Found out my wife is a lesbian and I'm devastated. Me, 34 male, and my wife, 32 female, have been together for 10 years, married for 7, and I think I never loved someone so much in my entire life. We met when we were still in college and became friends real quick. She was never really open about sexuality in general, but once I started to flirt with her, to my surprise, she was receptive. In one of our first dates she told me the reason why she never talked about it was because she had a very low libido, and a few years in the relationship she said she was asexual. At the time I didn't even knew what that was, and it actually made a lot of sense to me. We build an entire life together. We have a 5-year-old doggo that it's my best friend in the whole world. We just bought our first house and we are both financially stable. We don't have sex as often as other couples do, but there are occasions where it happens, like on holidays, my birthday, whenever something really nice happens, and those rare days when she surprises me. The fact that it's such an uncommon thing really makes it all more pleasurable, and I always felt like I was in heaven every single time that we were intimate. But now it just seems like I was living under a spell this whole time. It started when I began to notice how often I would catch her masturbating. I always thought that I was just imagining this because every time it seemed like she was trying to hide from me. I was always confused because she could literally ask me any time for sex that she knew I would do it, but instead she would lock herself in the bathroom or do it when I was out. One day I was looking at her Instagram and decided to check on who she followed. I was never curious enough to do that, and to my surprise, she was following a lot of, mostly, more masculine lesbians. She always had lesbian friends and that never really bothered me, but since I saw that I started to get more paranoid that she was cheating with one of them. I let that stay in my head for months until I gathered enough courage to talk to her. And her reaction was nothing like I expected. She broke down crying, talking about how bad of a person she was and that she never wanted to put me in a situation like this. She went on about how she hated herself for hiding all of these years, how her family would treat her like garbage, they are extremely religious, so much that I thought it had to do with her repulsion towards sex, and how she didn't want to lose me but knew that if I found out the truth I wouldn't want to look her in the face. And the truth is, I don't know. I was so speechless that I just stood there. I still don't know how to express what I'm feeling. Sad? Angry? Desperate? Heartbroken? I don't fucking know. I love this woman. She was there for me when I discovered my cancer. She was the shoulder I leaned on when my mom died. She was the person that stayed awake all night when all I could do was cry myself to sleep from grief. She is my best friend. The person that knows every side of me, that knows how to make me smile more than anyone else. The fact that I can't even look at her right now makes my skin crawl. Not even in our worst fights we would stay like this. It's been 3 days and I don't know what to do. I'm not going to my family's Christmas because I don't have the energy. She is locked in her room all day and only comes out to eat. We are in opposite sides of the house not talking to each other. I don't even know how I'm capable of even creating this account to post this, but I don't know what to do. For the first time in my life I feel like I can't even think. The fact that she spent a third of her life hiding who she is, being forced to have sex with a man, just makes me disgusted with myself. I can't imagine how miserable I would be if I was in this situation. I can't imagine a life without her, but I don't think that things will ever be how they were. Reach out for support from ourpath.org. They specifically counsel to straight partners after their spouse comes out as gay. She was not forced, she made a choice to be with you, and it doesn't mean that she never loved you. Sorry you are going through this. For starters, show her your post. I'm so sorry this happened, op. But she was never forced to have sex with you. She was not. Do not even think that. She chose to. She chose that because it felt safer and better than coming out. We can discuss whether she was right or wrong about that choice, but at the end of the day she thought about it and decided to sleep with a man. Some people are really forced to sleep with another person. That is awful, but it's not what happened to her. She lied to you for years. She is not the victim here. I'm sorry you are going through this. Found an expensive gift tucked away in my husband's car and it's not for me. Yesterday, I, 35 female, sent my husband, 38 male, out to the grocery store to pick up some bread really quick. He came home over 2 hours later. Ask him where he was and he tells me that he had to pick up some things for Christmas for his co-workers and others. The company workers thing made sense, but the wording about others was so odd, so I'm like, what others? He says, oh, you know, you guys, the family. Now, this man never buys us gifts. Ever. I handle all the Christmas shopping for all the whole family. I buy and wrap my own present every year. I suspend my disbelief and just say okay. The whole thing seemed more and more like bullshit as I thought about it, and it occurred to me that when he came into the house he didn't bring anything with him, just the groceries. Whatever he bought must be in his car. Found a chance to sneak out to the car. There is nothing in it but a single bag. It's hidden pretty well behind his seat. Dolce & Gabbana sunglasses. Check our bank account, $350 purchase. They are absolutely not for me. I don't wear sunglasses. I wear prescription glasses, I'm super blind. And it's just never been convenient to get sunglasses too. Check the model online and I think they're men's? I can't think of a single person in his life he'd buy something this extravagant for. I don't think it's for his boss or anything like that. He hates his boss and would have bitched about having to buy a gift for him. He would never wear something like that himself. What do I do? Reddit. I could ask where the extra, non-existent, gifts for the family are when we unwrap presents tomorrow. But do I really want to start a fight on Christmas? Be like, so what did you end up getting for you coworkers? If no sunglasses were mentioned, wait a few hours until Christmas. If no sunglasses come up, well, you have a odd situation, you guys should probably talk about. Wait to see if he gives you a Joni Mitchell CD. I would probably wait until Christmas has passed, just to make sure it's not a gift for me. Because even if you confront him now, he could play it off like they're for you even if that's not true. If Christmas rolls around, and you don't see that gift or hear him mention it, then I'd ask about the charge on the account. If he tries to dismiss the charge, you'll have to own up to looking in the car, which I think is fine and you had a valid reason. It does seem weird to me that he didn't do a very good job hiding the purchase. He knows you can see the bank account? Maybe you should look at more transaction history and see if there's anything else that doesn't add up. What is the best way to break up with my girlfriend of 1.5 years? She had 3 kids. What is the best way to end things with my 30M girlfriend, 42F, of 1.5 years? She is a single mother of 3 teenagers. She is absolutely wonderful, but the bigger picture has become too much for me. All 3 of her boys, 15, 13, 12, are in hockey and their father is a narcissist that causes a lot of drama. There is a lot going on at all times. Year-round. If it was just me and her, I'd see this lasting forever. That's what makes this so difficult. But I am at the point where I have started to realize that I can't date someone with kids ever again. It's so much. She is so tied down and busy with hockey. Her finances go towards the kids and she is quite strapped. There's always drama with Dad, who abandoned the family after his affair 2 years ago and constantly manipulates the kids and causes issues from afar. I never planned on dating a single mom. It happens by chance when we met. I gave it a shot thinking it might work. But I have realized I want to date someone else without kids and maybe closer to me in age. Someone who has time and money to travel with me and do whatever we want. Please help. I've never broken up with someone before, I've always been on the receiving end. I think that's why I'm clueless where to begin or how to do this. Edit. Also, in this situation, would it be best to do it in person or just do it by phone, text? I love you, but I can't handle the situation. I wish I could, but it's just not working out. As the other suggested, just be honest. It's a totally fair reason and understandable. You're considerably younger and dealing with 3 teenage kids is a lot to suddenly take on at age 30, especially with additional drama from the ex. Break up in person. Tell her honestly what you feel. You have always been on the receiving end. What would you have wanted to hear to make you understand? Try that approach and most importantly, just be honest with her. Don't blame her kids, but tell her you weren't ready for the responsibility that comes with them. Always break up in person. Texting and phone calls are for cowards. Tell her that you're in different phases of life and you thought you were ready but you're not able to be the partner she deserves and you can't handle the responsibility of a ready-made family. Boyfriend M30 likes every girl but me F26. My boyfriend has a secret folder full of girls' nudes, Insta models, candid photos of girls he knows and went on dates on. But when I send him nudes he doesn't react. When I brought it up he said he's seen it all before and he sees me every day, so why would he need a picture? He loves boobs, but whenever I undress in front of him he only stays focused on the TV or his phone. Doesn't even peep. He wanks almost daily but we never have sex. If I initiate I am pushy or forceful. He likes photos of girls in heavy makeup, unrealistic body standards, but claims that's not what he's into. He also like girls wearing certain clothes or hairstyles. When I do it he finds fault and outs me down. I feel so worthless. Does he have a porn addiction or am I just undesirable? If your foot falls asleep, do you yell at the chair or do you get up and move? He might have a porn addiction, but that's not the problem here. The problem here is that this man is trash and you should find someone who makes you feel good about yourself. I assume he was very lovely at the beginning of the relationship because he was trying to get you and it was the honeymoon phase. Now that he's got you, he's showing you how he truly is. Listen to him, this is the true him. He's not going to be that guy again, from the beginning, because he was never truly that guy.